to my kitchen. Today, or right now, I am going to show you how to make ice cream using Pampered Chef's manual food processor. And you guys, I'm not even kidding when I say this. I am not trying to sell this to you. Okay, I am trying to sell it to you, but I am not just saying this because I'm trying to sell it to you. This thing is amazing. I use it for almost everything. So far, a few of the things that I've made with it is guacamole, a few times actually, because I love guacamole. Salsa, dressing for salads. Oh my gosh, the other day I made tomato sauce, put some tomatoes and some other ingredients in here. It was so good. Like, not to toot my own horn, but toot toot. Okay, that was really corny, but it was really good. And I wouldn't have been able to do it without this. This is a lifesaver and I love it. And then of course I've also made ice cream with it, which is what I'm about to show you. I will post the instructions up above in the description of this video. What's gonna be in it? We got frozen bananas, 2 of them. I've already cut one up, but I'm gonna cut the other one up too. And almond milk. I love me some Almond Breeze. I'm not a big fan of the soy brand or whatever, Silk, that one. Not a huge fan of that one, but I love Almond Breeze. I do the unsweetened. That's what the recipe calls for, so I'd suggest using it. Plus, you're gonna save yourself some calories. So, chocolate chips. Got this in the bulk aisle at Winco because I am cheap like that. Best place to get a lot of things is in Winco bulk aisle. Almond butter, also from the Winco bulk aisle. Really great because it's cheaper and you get this little tub, and if you care about the environment or yourself even, I would save that. I do myself, and I just use it for like snacks and stuff for work. So double bonus there. The other ingredients that I have is cocoa powder. I get that in the bulk aisle as well, and honey, which I also get in the bulk aisle. As far as products that I'm going to be using, this right here is the measuring spoons. And these are really awesome because, as you can see, they're sitting here right now and they have the ingredients in them. So they're perfect for prepping your seasonings, your whatever that you're gonna put in whatever you're cooking, and they can just sit there. They also lock together. I'll show you with like this spare one I have. They lock like this so they don't get lost, which is awesome. The other thing about them is they have the 1/8 teaspoon, which most do not have, most measuring spoons. This is really good if you want to half recipes. All right, what else am I using? Oh, I'm using the utility knife. I love this thing too. I use it almost anytime I cut anything up. I will just use it, wash it, use it, wash it. Even though I have a set of knives right here, they're not great at all. This one cuts through almost anything. It's amazing. I'm also going to be using the small mix and scraper. It is silicone and it's heat resistant, I think to like 600 and something degrees, I believe. I use this when I'm making stuff on the stove too, so love it. I'm using 2 bananas in this recipe, which I mentioned already. I'm like feeling up the banana because it's getting a little soft now, but it was frozen, and I'm just gonna use this knife to cut it. Oh, and I forgot to mention I am using the flexible cutting mat. I have 3 of them. These are the small ones, and I love them too. I prep my meals most weeks, and I use it to prep my meals. But this is the manual food processor. This is the bowl part, and then the blade, which is really sharp, so be careful, just goes right in there. It just sits on this little nub there. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna add the bananas. And as you can see that this is flexible, so you can easily just kind of bend it and pour things in. Put in the almond milk. And the almond butter. Just use butter knife. I love almond butter so much. I was literally eating it off a spoon before I started filming because it's so good. And also the cocoa powder. I'm using the 1/8 teaspoon for the honey because you really don't need that much honey pretty much in anything really, because it is so sweet that it's just need a little bit in there. All right, so now I got all my ingredients in there, and the lid just goes on like this. The bottom is like rubber or silicone, so it stays on the counter. And then on the top there's a lock. You just unlock it, and then you just push down. I skipped a couple parts, which was basically me taking the lid off and putting it away. But anyhow, I added a few chocolate chips to this. If you don't like chocolate too much, you don't have to add that. Any of these things are pretty much like swappable, except for I would say the bananas. Obviously that's like the frozen part to it. Right now the texture is a little bit runny. It's not always like that depending on how frozen the bananas are, but since I had them sitting there for a little bit while I was like setting up everything, they did melt a little. So what you could do, or if you just like your ice cream a little bit harder, is that you can just throw it in the freezer, which I'm going to do. Okay. Okay. So it also comes with a lid, which is awesome. You can just put that on there, completely sealed. And I want to stick this in the freezer for about 20 minutes, and I'll come back and tell you guys how it is, which is going to be delicious. I know it. Yeah. All right, so I left it in the freezer for about maybe an hour and a half. It's not completely frozen through, but it is definitely hardened. And I have a prep bowl that I'm putting some in so you can see this. So before my camera ran out of memory, I actually did take the blade out of this, rinsed it off, and set it away. And before I put it in the freezer, so it's just the ice cream that's in there right now. That's a really cool thing about it, is that you can make stuff in it, take the blade out, you have a lid, great. But here's the ice cream. I'm so excited to eat it, you guys. Honestly, if you like the taste of bananas and you like sweets and you like ice cream and you like chocolate, this is heaven. It's so good. Perfect consistency. It's really cold, but it's so good. I haven't even eaten dinner yet, so whatever. I like to break the rules, eat dessert first, so. And yeah, so that's how you make ice cream in the manual food processor. So delicious, you guys. Sorry, you may hear a plane in the background. I live downtown Vancouver, so the planes are just flying all around all the time. All right, well, thank you for watching. Like it.